You ever seen a risk taker? A motherfucker that like to try their luck, risk their life, a daredevil. Just do some shit that the average person wouldn't do. Do you know that people are going in the ocean looking for the Titanic wreckage, trying to study it, risking their life? This is a sad story I'm about to break down to y'all. And we got 5 people. And the reason why I'm talking about that on this episode, because I want the next individuals in the world that want to try some risky shit. Don't you try going in no motherfucking ocean. When you're in the ocean, you like an ant in a bathtub full of water. You don't have no type of control. Your life is basically over. The only thing gonna keep you alive is God, if he wants you to stay alive. Ain't no human can save you. You going into the unknown. Now we got a missing Titanic submersible gone. Ever since Sunday, they done lost this motherfucking boat that done deep dive deep down in the ocean, thousands of feet, trying to find a wreckage for passengers that just wanted to sightsee. God bless them. I don't think they done made it. You only have so much oxygen to last for a certain amount of time when you go down in that ocean. Underwater noises were detected and rescue efforts were expanding Wednesday in the search for missing submersible carrying 5 passengers to the Titanic rescue site. It's what a Coast Guard official said. An expert submariner from the British Royal Navy, a team of French specialists on remotely operated vehicles, and more ships and underwater vessels were joining the search. Captain Jamie Frederick, the first Coast Guard District Response Coordinator, in a news conference, said this Wednesday afternoon. Now, the search was expanding exponentially across a surface area roughly 2 times the size of Connecticut and 2.5 miles deep. There's an enormous complexity associated with this case, and due to the location being so far offshore and the coordination between multiple agencies and nations, Frederick said, the 22-foot submersible lost contact with its support ship Sunday about an hour and 45 minutes into the dive. They basically lost contact with the support ship that was supposed to keep track of them. Now on board was a British adventurer, 2 members of a prominent Pakistani business family, a Titanic expert, and the CEO of OceanGate, the Washington state-based company that operates the vehicle. Now, 5 vessels on the ocean surface were searching for the submersible called Titan, and 5 more were expected to join the effort. Let me show you something about life. You can't give me no amount of motherfucking money in the world to go in the motherfucking ocean with hopes that another ship is monitoring me, a computer chip is monitoring me, telling me you're going to be safe. We're going to know where you at all times. You got me fucked up. Because once you go off down deep off in that shit, it's dark. You can't see nothing. And if shit go wrong, your life is fucking over. So people, certain risks that you can take in the world and some risks are just idiotic. Now I hope that God do a miracle and save these people. But based on the story and being lost in the ocean for 4 days, ain't looking good. Now, Frederick said there are limited rations aboard the vessel, and experts feared that it had less than 1 day's supply of oxygen left. Any decision about changing the search and rescue mission to a recovery mission would involve discussions with family members. What I just tell you, I told you, they don't have no motherfucking oxygen to last for weeks and months when you go down in the ocean. And what it is, this is going to be catastrophic. They don't really want to face the music because they know everybody in the world gonna be acting a fool. The family's gonna be sad. It's gonna be an outrage. It's gonna be history. This story is gonna go down in American history forever, and it's gonna teach, and it's gonna scare. Which I'm glad a lot of people that had intentions on playing with the ocean. Don't fuck with it. Certain things in life are not meant to fuck with. Now they saying this is an encouraging sign. Banging noises heard by search crews came from the submersible. According to Dr. Nicholas, a professor of naval architecture and marine engineering at the University of New Orleans, he told USA Today the good news and the bad news. If noises came from the Titan, it might mean people on board are trying to communicate. However, Zero said that because sound can travel long distances and doesn't move in a straight path underwater, it might not help narrow down the position very much. Let's just face it, man. Like I say, I really do, all bullshit aside, I hope that God can make a miracle for these lost people at sea. But in the future, don't you ever in your motherfucking life get in nothing and go deep diving in the ocean. Don't do no vacations. Don't do no tourism visit. Don't try to sightsee. Don't put trust in man when it comes to that. See, that's God water when you out there playing with that. I ain't trying to sound like a preacher, but I'm telling you the truth. You can't get out there and play with that. You're playing with a dangerous game. And you know, a lot of people that did these type of missions and survived. This one time they did. I'm not going to say they didn't because I'm going to keep hope alive. But being realistically speaking, it's not looking good to be deep in the motherfucking ocean. I'm not getting in. I don't even want to get in 12 feet of a swimming pool water. And I can swim good as a motherfucker. I'd rather keep it to the 7, 8 feet. I'm good with that. 10. You know what I'm saying? You got to know your limits in life. Some things you just can't try out and test. You can't play with fire. It's just like somebody saying, you see that flame over there? And you can stick your hand in it and pull it out real fast, and you might not get burned at all. Or you can stick your hand in there and burn the shit out your hand. It can go bad. It's dangerous from the start. So people, don't try nothing that's crazy as a motherfucker when you know the results can be fucked up. Now, somewhere else in the world, we got some baboons hanging onto a bridge for dear life to avoid lions. This troop of baboons found itself stuck several feet in the air, surrounded by lions with nowhere to go. The baboons found themselves hanging on the bridge. Now, this is what happened. The baboons, they got an area in Africa, you know, that's a reserve where they like to be on the bridge, right? In the heart of Malamala. You know, and this bridge gives guests and guides a safe way to cross the Sand River in the wet season. Now, they had people that was out on the drive following the Cambola pride of lions along with their pride males. You know, they thought that they were headed for the Sand River, perhaps in search of a drink. So they thought when they was following these lions, the lions was going for a drink of water. The whole time, the lions was going to try to get the monkeys. But guess what? Monkeys are smart as a motherfucking human. So the baboons, you know, they was kind of enjoying themselves. It was kind of element of surprise. They by the time they realized it, the lions had got close as a motherfucker. Because you ever notice a cat, when a cat is stalking, they walk on their tippy toes. You can't hear them. You can't feel them. Lions and tigers are the same way. That's why they got, you know, mountain lions in California and shit like that be hunting and killing people. Motherfuckers be hiking and shit, thinking they on the trail and it's just all good. You would not hear that motherfucker till that motherfucker get about 10 feet close to you, where it's close enough to attack and assassinate your ass. That's when you gonna notice. Now these monkeys, smart as a motherfucker, by the time they realize it, they like, damn, where the fuck we gonna go? So they ran, jumped, and was dangling up under the bridge, hanging on to that motherfucker. And the other one, they was just sitting on the cliff. The lions couldn't do shit. Just looking at them like, you bitches, I wanted to eat you motherfuckers. Y'all got away today. Not today, man. Them baboons say y'all got us fucked up. We ain't the meal for you. Now, the lions strolled on the bridge with not a care in the world. As for the baboons, it was too late. They let out screeches and alarm calls, alerting every mammal and bird in the vicinity. These motherfuckers about to get us. Then they scrambled in havoc. Unfortunately, surrounded and unable to outrun the lions, the baboons had to think on their feet to survive. They thought quick. Look, we got to keep our life. The baboons dashed under the bridge. Yes, under the bridge, hanging on to the metal bars under the bridge. They knew they were safe. They knew that the lions couldn't get to them. They were right up under the lion's nose. And get what they started doing? They started turning the motherfuckers, making little noises, swinging. I mean, enough to have you crying and laughing like a motherfucker. I know them lions were like, you motherfuckers lucky as a motherfucker. You just tuned into another episode of Legend and Comic. I just had to let y'all know what's going on out there in the world. We got motherfuckers that went deep diving in the ocean and might not make it. We got lions trying to sneak up and creep up and eat some baboons, and they was just too late. Gonna be some good things, gonna be some bad things. We're gonna keep living life and doing something with ourselves, though. Until the next time.